we talk about diversity, we're not talking about ethnicity or religion or like where you're from and so on. It's more about the skills as well, what kind of skills that you will need in the future. And whatever we do, if we start now to expect what kind of skills that we will need in the future, we will never manage the exact thing.
Do you have maybe a piece of advice for companies, like growing companies that are starting to build up their L&D function? What should they focus on?
Well, I think the main message from us is that, first of all, you don't need huge resources to start. When we started Pivoted, we basically had 2 people working on it. So it's not anyone can start. And as long as you focus L&D on making the company execute faster, and then you start from there, and you'll see where it end up.
More of a mindset.
Yeah. So for a growing company, a small organization who's trying to build an L&D, what should the L&D team do is a question they will need to ask. And as long as the L&D organization is targeting and helping increasing the performance, then they'll start from there, and it will grow.
Do you have like maybe some practicalities, some practical tips for those professionals?
I would say bring diversity. And when we talk about diversity, we're not talking about ethnicity or religion or like where you're from and so on. It's more about the skills as well. We just discussed like what kind of skills that you will need in the future. And whatever we do, if we start now to expect what kind of skills that we will need in the future, we will never manage the exact thing, right? So you should always be open for those new things. Okay, it's L&D and thing, you need some people that have experience in that, but focus more on the other parts, like what other skills that should add something. Even if you don't have it in your mind, give it like a shot, give it a try, give the other people this platform so they start, because here is the innovation can start. This is when you mix 2 things that they're not relating to each other, and then you will start. Like we do this every day. We try to explore areas by ourselves because like we have different interests in the team. So we start to explore different areas, and then we can like, okay, maybe we can do something here, and that could be relate to the L&D. And here we start to be proactive, and here you start to be like always ahead of the competition. So this is my, I would say, like advice.
Bring engineers into learnings. Bring like products.
Could be anything else. Could be like artists. Bring artists and ask them like what you will do in the L&D to improve it using your skills. Give them the space to think. You never know. Bring someone who does videos in TikTok. Okay, how can we improve this? And try to brainstorm. You will come up with a lot of ideas that you might know, because those are amazing things that will bring innovation.
I have one thing that, just looking back into the past years, I've heard about this concept very recently, but I think it relates to what we do, is that don't build Norman doors. So I don't know if you know what a Norman door is. Yeah, it's something that it's not intuitive at all, so it needs instruction. And I think that we started to have this effect and this like snowball effect, because the first thing we did was provide employees with something that was so easy to use that they didn't need instruction. So it flew. Our impact flew without us even realizing that people really wanted to share their knowledge and learn and all of that. So yeah, everything you do, make sure it's not a Norman door that is so intuitive that you don't need instruction. And this goes with how you speak with your stakeholders, how you negotiate, how you sell the next project, for the person who's buying it, pretty much, Be as intuitive, be simple, and use, I think you said this once, like use how people behave, try to see how people behave and replicate that, because then they will want to use the product.